Hello everyone and welcome to the final double feature draft. And this video will be releasing on the same day as Neon Dynasty releases, so not sure how many are actually interested in this bit, but of course I don't wanna skip a day, so I usually have daily uploads and the first Neon Dynasty draft will be uploaded on will be releasing on or publishing on Friday, so this shall be the Thursday draft then, even though it's not the most interesting format at this stage of its lifespan. Alright, so the rares are, fine, but not amazing. I do like the Divers Cup actually more than the other options in this pack. So I just take the Divers Cup here. Yeah, there's some other good blue here too. Revenge, Scattered Thoughts. There's a fight removal spell, but I think the Divers Cup is the best card out of the bunch. Alright, so there's a Briar Bridge Tracker. It's definitely a decent rare. I mean, basically a 4-3 Vigilance for 3, which is something you would play happily in limited. And then, of course, you can sacrifice the clue token for a card at some point, which might decrease this guy's stats, but if you have other tokens, then not. So I think in the end, I'll take it over something like a Phantom Carriage, which is okay, but I'm not really into picking a 6-drop right away. Keswick Naturalist is quite good, but not when I have a Diver's Cup. I should just take the card that is. Plus, in the decks where the Keswick Naturalist is good, also the Briar Bridge Tracker will be fine. This is, a more flexible pick anyway. Alright, so 3 different removal spells, exactly from the colors I haven't picked here. So the green and blue options are really not exciting here. I'm gonna take a removal spell here, but which one is the correct one? Is there a chance that the Keswick Naturalist is coming back and I should take the burn spell? I mean, you could take any of these. There's just I don't even know if there's like something clearly better than some other thing. They all have their upsides and downsides. Yeah, it's tough to say. Only the rares have been taken from this pack, so signal wise there's no really telling what's open and what's not. I'll take the slash just for the very low chance that maybe the red-green dual color card comes back to me in case no one wants to move to that color combination. And now when I'm getting past this pack, I'm very happy because I have Voltaic Visionary. Curse of Hospitality is something you can play, but it's not a very good card. This is much better if you are red, so I'll just take it and move on. And Death Bonnet Sprout is good, but there's a Play with Fire. Oh, there's also an Organ Hoarder. Oh man, jeez, what? Pick 5? Yeah, I mean, I've played some blue-red and not necessarily with great success, but this is an amazing card. I mean, I was just picking the Play with Fire here, but I mean, Organ Hoarder is the better card, so let's take it. And Startle is totally fine here. There's some green here still I wouldn't mind having, but I think blue-red is where I try to be it. Now, Startle is also great, giving me the Decade Zombie for the Divers Cup. And it's just a reasonable card, no matter what. Alright, so couple of things to return with the Repositories Cup. And of course I can find more. I think I'll take it now. Not really that into these other cards. Alchemist's Gambit. Alright, am I doing it? I mean, I'm picking it, but there's no guarantee I'm going to put it to my deck. The Perforator is not the kind of 2-drop I want to have in my blue-red decks, or at least in my most blue-red decks. This requires a healthy amount of vampires to make it anything, worth caring about. So I'll take this, and I might play it, but I won't be promising anything, like I said. Alright, so Dominating Vampire is mostly going to be a 3-mana 3-3, hard to cast even with the double caster requirement, so I'll just take a Scattered Thoughts here. Okay, it seems like I'm the correct colors. Question is, am I going to take the Ladder Zombie? Because I also have these, well, forget about the Gambit, but Diver's Cup is a double caster. Evolving Wilds is interesting, but Ladder Zombie is actually gonna work here quite okay. It gives me some things I can actually... yeah, I'm gonna take it now. I can sacrifice it for the exploit stuff and also, you know, have just the early blocker. Alright, I'll take the 20 gems here. I don't think I'm gonna actually play this card, but I really don't like the Perforator in this deck. What is this? Play with Fire came to me second to last. What? I was actually picking this, but the pack had an Organ Hoarder, which I took over it. Okay, is there a chance the Voltaic Visionary comes back to me? Because I'm definitely taking the Organ Hoarder here. There is a chance if I just go to Play with Fire as pick number, what, 13. This could be my pick number 9 in this pack. This also has other red cards. Anyway, Organ Hoarder, easy pick. Insane card. And, okay, there's a Fangblade Dragon. I have a very soft spot for this card. I think it's an amazing card. But, as you can see, my 4-drop slot already has 3 cards. 2 cards I'm absolutely going to play. Maybe I'm going to play the Repository Scarp. So I need a 2-drop. Also, this is good for exploit. So normally I would take this, but given the curve reasons, no. I do need 2-drops. Come on, don't do this. Don't pass me multiple Fangblade Dragons when I kinda can't pick them. It's fine though. I mean, I'm happy with how the deck looks like. Alright, so Triskaidekaphile, Fearful Villager. Don't think I have a lot of I have no 3-mana creatures. But I think I can take this still. You know, it's a 2-mana 1/3. It can block nicely, and sometimes you actually have to 4-mana up to draw a card. It's also excellent in the kind of board style situations, which, you know, sometimes can happen. Alright, so my colors are open. Storm Skrillex is really good, but the Covetous Castaway, that's really good too. I think it's the better card. Also something to sacrifice for exploit. Angel Fire Ignition. Yeah, not caring about that, not going to splash anything. I'll take the 3-drop, which I kind of want to have. It's still nice to have the ability to curve out 2-drop creature, 3-drop creature. That's especially good if your opponent has, you know, struggles a bit in the early game. So I'll take the Infiltrator, nothing amazing about it, but it's totally fine. Don't think I'm gonna... I mean, I have only... Actually, what is this? I have only these red cards. Why did I get the Play with Fire so late if I don't have anything else red? I mean, this is of course amazing, but I think I'm not playing that. I guess I could... I don't know, Reckless Impulse isn't that interesting. Fine, I'll take the Scarp now, and who knows, maybe I will be blue-black after all. Okay, anyway, here, Lantern better, quite late actually. And well, there's an Immolation. It's cheap interaction, it's actually what I want to have here. Yup. Don't think I'm gonna be black. Black also hasn't been very open. Okay, so red is open, it's just the packs didn't have anything red. Or at least anything worth picking, I guess. But, I mean, I got all these options and I will take the 2-drop for sure. The Purifying Dragon, I think it's okay. 4 power, 5-mana flyer is you know, good, but I have a 5-mana card here already. And I have the Organ Hoarders here. I'll take the 2-drop here. Component Collector, Belligerent Quest. I don't think the Collector is that interesting. I wouldn't mind maybe having a defensive creature though. Not gonna take 20 gems here. I think I'll just take the quest here. Just to... Yeah, it's fine. And here I can take this. Okay, so yeah, red is open. It just was a weird set of packs, I guess. Electric Revelation. I don't think I care about it. I have a Scattered Thoughts. I'll play that. Stolen Vitality is like a okay trick. Someone gets a last pick Interloper. Sure. Okay. Well, there's nothing amazing, but there is Evolving Wilds. I don't like the Catgeist in decks that don't have flyers, and I have like a few. This is at its best. It is in blue-white, because that can have bunch of flyers. But here it's an easy evolving wild. I want to have the fixing here, and now this is a pack where I can easily just take it. And yeah, I mean, there's an organ hoarder. I take that. All right, how many of them I can pick? I'm kind of, I don't know, but well, I suppose I have only one 5 mana card because now I do actually have what 5 cards at 4 mana, 1 at 5. That is quite expensive, and the Scattered Thought starts to be a bit, unnecessary when you have 3 organ hoarders. I think the Scattered Thoughts will be cut. I need some maybe burn spells to make the repository scarp good as well. I have 7 instants, 2 sorceries, but I think I just won't be playing the Geistlight Snare, for instance. Well, we will see how it goes. another 3 Skydeca file and another 4 mana. Amazing card. Well, I'm not taking the 3 Skydeca file. There's also Startle, there's also Evolving Wilds. So I would be happy to pick the land, the Startle, or any of by either of these rares, but I mean, Stensia Uprising is too good here. But yeah, I will play it and I will cut at least the Scattered Thoughts, and then probably maybe even the Repository Scarp. But yeah, Uprising for now. What? I would want to have the Festival Crasher, but I'm not gonna miss out on double Uprising deck. Sure. Yeah, Repository Scarp is actually gonna be cut now, just to keep my 4 slot somehow reasonable. And I don't actually need any kind of card admin. It's more because I have a triple organ hoarder here. All right, that's funny stuff. Really funny stuff. All right, so I have 1 anger, but I don't think this is gonna be the kind of an anger deck. I could actually be interested in the Fear of Death here. Honeymoon Hearse, definitely not. All right, let's take this. I might play it. And there's a Belligerent Quest. Do I need a 2 mana play here? Maybe I can still have it's not the greatest, but it's okay. I don't think I need to quest for anything either. So let's take the Astronomer here. And Revenge of the Drowned, yeah. I mean, it's not like there's options. I'm not gonna play the Reckless Impulse. I'll take this. It is Interaction. I have a lot of expensive cards though, but yeah, let's see. Another Immolation. Do I care about it? I mean, the other option is to pick 20 gems. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not playing the other cards. So, I mean, probably just take the cheap Interaction. And here, Lamhout. I don't think I'm gonna necessarily play it, but who knows. Okay, Unblinking Observer. This is, yeah, definitely decent one here. Startle. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. I'm not playing the Scattered Thoughts, but I'm not playing the Blood Servitor either. Let's pick this thing. Here, well, I'll take the uncommon because I won't be playing those angers. Okay, that was an interesting draft. Double Stensia Uprising, and they were in consecutive packs, weren't they? First I picked one and then immediately get past another one. Yeah. Yeah, this stuff won't be needed. A lot of cuts here. I just don't think I can play this Repository Scarp or the Scattered Thoughts. This is still what 6 4 mana cards, 1 5 mana cards. That's the. I might cut the Revenge, but I do like the Interaction. It allows me to have. Don't necessarily care about the Alchemist's Retrieval, Ancestral Anger. Stolen Vitality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't need the Lamholt Harrier. Geistlight Snare can go. Yeah, darn this Alchemist's Gambit. I mean, it's just 7 mana is a lot, and of course 3 mana is not easy. I mean, sometimes you can win on the next turn. Opponent taps out, tries to raise you, and you get to attack them twice instead. Yeah, you win, but it's really not what usually is gonna happen. I need to cut 4 more cards. I just don't think I'm going to play the Gambit here because it's just it's really doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just a random card. The other cards I have actually rolled. They are either creatures I can play on curve, draw me cards, kill the opponents, give me interaction. This is just a random. I mean, of course, extra turn is really strong, but problem is it worth paying 7 mana? I don't think it is. I'll cut that. And then I think the ladder zombie isn't needed in this deck either. And now I will start having a little bit more difficult cuts. Maybe the Fear of Death. Yeah. It can... No, I don't care about it enough. I have some interaction here. Maybe if I just cut one immolation, this would be the deck. 15 creatures still. How many? 5 instants anymore, but I don't think anything cared about them. Did someone? Unblinking Observer does. Okay, actually, that suddenly... I thought I had more. I think I had more, but I just cut most of that. Yeah, I had a Scattered Thoughts, Geistlight Snare, Ancestral Anger, the Gambit. All of those were in my deck. And when I look at these stats, and I thought that the Unblinking Observer will be good. Well, it won't be. I don't need it for anything. So I will cut it. And I think I will play the Immolations, or I have an option to maybe even cut one of them and play something else instead. That is 6 2-mana cards still, isn't it? 1, 2. I mean, it's 2-mana creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's enough. So I don't need any 2-drops at least. I'm not gonna play anything that's more expensive. I think this is the deck. Couple of immolations, and who knows? Sometimes you might use it for pumping your 4-3 becomes a 6-1. Really rare case scenario, but I guess it's something you can do. But often you will have the -2 toughness, just kills an opponent's creature, or at least finishes off. You attack with the belligerent quest, they block with the 5/5. You will kill it with this thing, and might be still better than letting the 5/5 survive. Okay, I think this is the deck. In the end, I have a very even amount of blue and red here. With the Evolving Wilds, it's just gonna be 8 + 8 basic lands. So triple Organ Hoarder, double Stensia Uprising deck. I mean, these are the only rares here. At least, I mean, this is a rare, but those kind of a little bit bumpy rares. This is like I would classify it as a bump rare. It's not the bumpiest of them all because it's quite slow, but this gives you the inevitable. I mean, you get a lot of tokens, and the 7 damage is more often than not gonna be, quite a strong effect after you have gotten a lot of tokens from it. But yeah, this with triple Organ Hoarder still feels like it's very decent deck indeed. Let's take the unhinged lands to kind of celebrate the final double feature draft, at least for now. I don't think this is gonna come back, and even if it does, am I gonna play it? So this is now the farewell to double feature, and we can start doing Neon Dynasty very soon. Okay, totally fine here. Startles, quite nice with the Infiltrator. Okay, that's gonna immediately die. Okay, they have now potentially for a 4-drop, which means if they have a 4-mana 4/4, I can't attack into it. Well, let's hope they don't. Well, I mean, they did, so... And if I make it I'm not gonna play this for fun. This becomes a 4/4, this becomes a 6/4, but I can block it. I guess I just, make it into a knight, and hope I don't get punished too much here. I can actually block here if they attack, and with a double startle I can win the combat. But it's really, I mean, now all the opponent needs is that they have a, you know, kill spell on the assailant, and I think I might lose the game on spot. Not quite, but I mean the 6-4 is gonna be a problematic thing. Are they gonna double spell? Yes, they are. Okay, that's way too much threats I need to deal with. Jesus. Do I need to draw cards here? I just don't want to waste. I mean, what can I do? Opponent played this on turn 3, then follow it up with Hound Tamer, and I have only this land. I mean, I'm already dead here, basically. I need to find a kill spell on Hound Tamer. Do I even have one? I mean, I don't even have my startle up now, but I just felt like I had to draw the card there. Maybe I should have done it, but I know I wanted to see what I draw. Yeah. Well, there's a threat of activation here. It's annoying. I have to do this, trade with it. Actually, they have a kill spell. Well, if they get a 2-for-1 here, I'm dead. Yeah. Okay, I'm just literally dead. This dies, I take 4, and there's nothing. I guess I wasn't gonna beat that start from the opponent. Okay. Let's see if I can have something better. Oh man, I have so many cheap cards in the deck, but I drew a 4, 4, and 5 here. With 3 lands and both colors, I'm gonna keep it, but this can be. I mean, I need to again get lucky. I hate to keep hands that require drawing specific things. At least I did draw a specific thing which I needed. Turn 3 drop is definitely fine here. Now I should be good to go. Okay, that's actually even a little bit better. Don't bounce it. Well, I mean, I guess retrieval on that. Guy's tape, whatever. It's fine. Okay, that's annoying. Well, of course I do not draw the 4th land in. Alright, so. And they can exile stuff from my graveyard. Yeah, they're gonna get value. I need to actually. This needs to die. Because they're gonna just get all the stuff from the top of their library. It's too much value. Even though I have my Oaken Hoarders. Oh, come on. Now I'm so tempted to discard the Triskaideka file here to find a land and play the Fearful Villager. But if I don't find a land, I can't play the Fearful Villager. I guess if the next draw is a land anyway, I can, play a 4-drop on the next turn. And then if it isn't, then I can do the discard thing on the next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't need the 4th, I don't need the 5th land on the next turn, that's it. I only need 4, so if the top card is a land indeed, I can do this stuff. I mean, how am I supposed to... Yeah. This is too much. I'm facing 9 power in the air. Oh man. Oh yeah. Jeez, I have all my 3 Organ Hoarders. I kept 3 lands. After 6 draws, no lands. Oh man, and they have the lifelinker, so I'm dead in 2 turns. There's no way I'm even going to raise them. I mean, if they didn't have the Geist Wave, I maybe could raise them. This doesn't kill anything. Yeah, these are good cards. Did you know that? I mean, this is just I mean, I have this is this all my 4 drops? Maybe I have the other Stensi Uprising. This is 5 of my 4 drops and the 5 drop. So out of the spells that cost more than 3 mana in the deck, I think I have all but one in my hand without having more than 3 lands. I mean, there's no point. They're attacking me down to 3 and then I am facing 3 lethal flyers. I'm not beating them with whatever I draw. Could be very quickly over. I'm not gonna draft anymore this format. And I do upload all my drafts, so I mean, I'm not gonna pick failures. And I mean, you know, not keep them. Alright, this is a very decent hand though. Oh, that's... Well, we will see how easily they can find some blood tokens with black-red. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It's fine. Infiltrator. Okay, so that will die. Okay, this is actually good with the 2-drop. Yep. And then I can play my first Organ Hoarder. I was thinking about if I'm gonna, you know, drop from the event before playing any Organ Hoarders. They have a Phoenix there. Whenever they becomes okay, yeah, that's it. They can make it come back. Interesting. A 4-power flyer is not what I wanted to see there. I still have an immolation, but this thing keeps coming back. They can even just deliberately do it. I mean, they can. If I attack, they block. But you will enter tap, and I will. Yeah, if they block, they block. Yep. I wouldn't want to pick an island with this thing. Yeah, the Astronomer is also good to sacrifice on this Diver's Cup, but I mean, I can sacrifice the Organ Hoarder too. It's not such a big deal. Okay, Bait Hook Angler. Well, it's something I can sacrifice for this. It's not like I need the mountains for anything, so let's take the Angler here. I mean, I think I would have taken an island here if one of the mountains was one. Okay. Oh, that was really important. It's still going to be horrible. I mean, I guess I lose this now because they're gonna get it back. They put it on top and they have a 6-5 on the next turn again. A 4-power flyer is quite fast clock. So I think I don't use the Diver's Cup because I have no good things to do on the next turn. It's just so sad that I don't have an attack here either. I kinda want to attack and bluff here. Try to raise. Then I have the quest and the angler to double block this thing, hoping they don't have like anything. Because not only do I need to deal with the Dread Knight, I need to win before this wins me. Though, I mean, wins the game for the opponent. Why is this so hard now suddenly? Why am I having shit? I mean, is this gonna be an 0-3 conclusion to this thing? I think my deck is good, by the way, but it doesn't really seem that it's very good based on the matches. I'm thinking about if I can. I don't think I can afford to bluff attack, but it would have been a way to deal 5 damage here with the Diver's Cup here. That could be something. That could be something. But sure. Can I? Because now, let's see if they have a creature. Because if they don't, I can. Oh, come on. It's gonna target itself. I wish it did target something else. Play with fire. Okay, that is a good draw. Because I can buy some time with the Phoenix now. Yeah. And this will only be a 4 toughness. Sadly, it doesn't matter. None of my creatures deal that much damage. I think the Phoenix has to go. At least if they... Yeah, they're gonna play this guy, so they don't get it back right away. I mean, because I don't mind if they don't play the Dread Knight. This will enter tapped, so they have to play this thing. But sadly, I need something now from the deck. I need a little bit help. If I can now find a bounce on this thing, I have a bounce spell in here. Come on. Startle actually almost works, but it's good enough here still. It's good enough here. Maybe the Astronomer doesn't attack. Because they can block the Blood Chief with it. Yeah, this won't attack. This is fine. I don't mind losing one of them. Okay, they actually do this. That's great. Now I get to save my Scarp here. Oh, there's a Stensia Uprising. I have a win plan. I do have these good cards in my deck. It's like I forgot that's a thing. Okay. So now I'm actually winning the game suddenly. I'm happy they just block the Scarp here, not like the lower toughness creatures. Well, I mean, opponent is in trouble now. Okay. And I can maybe a Bloody Betrayal there. Oh, does that mean... That cannot mean a lethal attack. They have 8 power of Trample. Okay, Visionary doesn't do anything. Yeah, they can, you know... I'll just take the 3. They get to distribute a counter. Now let's see. Let's be smart here though. I have all the information available. They have no cards in hand. So I'm just winning with the Stensia Uprising, am I not? If I sacrifice the blood token, because I'm no Stensia, I need to lose a creature actually. But if I... So is it the jump block with the Drifter? I can lose this though by attacking with it. I think it's fine. So this is my permanent number 13. This is my permanent number 14. I can sacrifice this thing. 13. Sacrifice this thing, but yeah, I think it's fine. It's always a bit tricky because it's so easy to make a mistake with this thing. I really hope I didn't mess up here. I think I can sacrifice the blood token and attack with the Decayed Zombie. Okay, look at this. Well, let's just play it first. So this is now 14. I need to lose both of these. Then I'm at 12 and then the creature will be... Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm down to 13. And opponent sees me discarding the other Stensia Uprising now. And that should be it. Okay, I was able to win. It looked bad with the Phoenix and then the Dread Knight, but Diver's Cup doing Diver's Cup things, of course. And I had the cheap burn spell also on the Phoenix, which gave me a little bit extra time. And then the opponent didn't want to make any trades. They just took my attacks a couple of times, and then they were at low enough life total that I was able to just, you know, they weren't able to attack, for example, anymore. awkward, but with the Stensia Uprising, I'm not. I have 8 islands, 1 evolving wilds. I have immolation if they have a small creature that has at most 2 toughness. I'm keeping it because of the Stensia Uprising, but man, do I not like hands that. I mean, I need to draw an island at some point. Now, the Harvestite Infiltrator is definitely fine, and well, look at this. Is my luck changing? I can just curve out now. The opponent also didn't have a 2-drop. They can have that, which is totally fine for me. Okay. Now the Stensia Uprising will be pretty fantastic when the opponent hasn't done anything early in the game. Are they looking to find the second color? They were hovering over the blood token as if they would want to sacrifice it. Yep, okay. They are black-red. No mountain, but now this will be a 3-3, so the immolation won't be good enough. I could, let's see, no. I could attack with the angler. I guess I can still do it, but I would just rather, play the Stensia Uprising. Yep. I could play the Organ Hoarder because it can block this, but I don't need the extra card right now. I don't even know what one to pick here. So I'll just play this and I can now double block with the Angler and the 1/1 token. Any kind of tricks there is... No, I mean, I couldn't kind of care less if they use a card to deal with the token, or I mean if they get a 2-for-1, so to say. It's totally fine. But they get to drain for 1 here. Concealing curtains, alright, that's fine. I think they will block now the Harvestite Infiltrator, and I will be able to deal with it with the immolation. Okay. No reason to attack with the Angler. Let's see what they do. I can play the Organ Hoarder and the immolation now. This is the first time I'm actually going to cast this, is it? Oh no, it is the second time. Okay, I can take another one. It does seem like a bit, overkill now, because opponent is just, not really able to play very easily. Grasp killing it, sure. Well. Yep. They're gonna have to block at some point. Mill 3. I have to, be somewhat careful about getting decked, but I still have 21 cards in my deck. I don't have that much self-mill here left. Alright, so they're going to discard hand size is gonna be like... I mean, now I don't even need to have all this success now. Time to attack with everything, right? I was gonna attack with everything. Well, yeah, that was a game 1, but that's... I mean, I had a very good stuff now. I could have been up against a player who actually gets to, do their thing too. And I would have had a good chance to still win. So it kind of was sort of wasted now, this good draws here. But, I mean, it doesn't mean that I can't have good draws again. Alright, sure, this is fine. I don't have to even hope to draw something specific. I mean, I do have 6 2-mana plays in the deck, so it would be nice to sometimes get those. But I'm having a good 3-mana play. I mean, a reasonable 3-mana play, and then a good 4-mana play. And I'm, playing first here, so tempo-wise it should be okay. And that is something I can play on turn 2 if they present a target. Yeah, and that's a target that you really want to get rid of. Okay, so I did have a turn 2 play after all, so everything is now fine and I can get more stuff with this. Main phase consider. Looking for a land, are we? They didn't mill, so I guess they found what they wanted to. Okay. Do I get the blood token? Yes, I do. Hoarder into villager, don't need the lands. That's not... Well, I mean, it does trade my guys with my guys still, but I have a startle. Oh, they even whiffed. Why is it so that when I have this good start, opponent is having, you know, struggling incredibly? It's weird. Trampler or Menisci. This has more power though. It's really basically unblockable unless they have some way to get 2 creatures. This deals 3. They can have like 4 mana. It shouldn't matter too much, but I guess I like the Menisci like slightly more. If they have a 2/5 on at 4, which is possible, I can't attack really with any other guy. I guess I could attack with losing 1 creature, of course that might be worth it at this point, but well, they didn't have it, they just had more card draw, so it's not really that. I mean, they have no board. There's no way. I mean, they could have a burn down the house. Actually, am I going to play around a rat? Because that's the only thing I'm gonna lose. Not lose to, but I mean, that's the only thing that can stabilize for the opponent sufficiently enough. Because if they have burned down the house, let's see first if this, you know, damage gets dealt, or do they have like a fading hope here? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna replay the villager here, because then I can refill with this. Because next turn I have 7 mana, I can play both Organ Hoarder and the Infiltrator. Plus I got also that thing. They know about this thing. So now if they have a land burn down the house, so be it. Otherwise, don't think. Well, I mean, if they don't have that, they can still maybe survive, but I guess now we get to see the truth. That is a 2/4, and that's the reason I did choose to play the Menisci. I'm not discarding the island here now because I want to double spell here. I could deal, I mean, I could leave them at 1 by attacking with both, but I don't think it's... Although... Oh, I guess I should have done the Organ Hoarder right away. That was a mistake. That was an amazing mistake. I could even get like another startle here. I'm not proud of myself at all. I mean, I'm probably winning this game very easily still, but I could have played it so much better. I'm gonna throw away a creature to deal, hoping they don't have a Flame Blessed Bolt, of course, or a Play with Fire. But they will go down to 1 now. But I should definitely have done this Organ Hoarder. Oh, I'm also... No, there's a... Well, anyway, they let me have a blood token. That I don't understand. But yeah, let's do this now. I can discard a Lantern Bearer, by the way, and have a flyer here. But I don't think it's necessary given what the board looks like. They didn't have a burn down the house because they played this thing, so I don't think they're gonna... And of course the Stensi Uprising will also win. Okay, yeah, they can try, but it's not gonna work. Okay, how do I do it? Well, this means they have... Oh, I do it like this. They need to have exactly 2 1-mana spells here. That help them. Yep, that's not enough. Alright, but yeah, opponent was struggling a bit and I had just a perfect curve there, so I guess they did have the 2-drop, but I had a burn spell on it. Well, let's hope I have these similar kind of curve outs in the following matches as well. Alright, I like it. I like it a lot. More like this. Not really sure if I'm going to use a Visionary, but if I get to attack, I'd rather attack with the 3-power guy. And I'd rather play the red cards now that I have only 1 mountain here. For example, now I have a couple of options. I can immolate that thing and play the bait hook angler. I'm not gonna go for the activation quite yet. Yeah, I think that's a fine way to do things. Because the problem is that if you exile a card that is something you can't use, you just kind of waste the ability, and I would rather deal the 3 damage there. Alright, so that is... you know what, I'm actually just gonna offer it a trade, perhaps. It's gonna trade with the 4-3. Now I can get a card out of this though. Okay, fine, now I do this. Let's not be crazy. I need the card. I don't need it, but I want to have the card. And when you play the... Yep, I can play it later. I don't think they're gonna block this guy. They need it for the 4-3. And then I have another 4-3 potentially coming. Yep, that's not really too big of a problem right now. So let's first do this. Okay. Plate. And then I can have an immolation or a play with fire still. Which I might use. Yep. Bye-bye. And attack with this guy. And I have the Triskaideka file to draw more cards if I just, happen to hit more lands. That is a good one, but I do have 2 4-3s and this does require a lot of mana. Okay, so draw a card. Well, see what they have. Okay. They still, if they want to kill a berserker, they need to use the Hound Tamer, and that's okay, this is fine. This is totally fine. I'm gonna thin my deck right away. It is night, which might be relevant. They are playing green. I have some werewolves too. Dualcraft Trainer is a first striking thing. Okay, well, I will just draw some cards. Okay, I'm gonna draw some cards a lot. Maybe I win with 13 cards in my hand. I mean, that would be funny. But quite unlikely. So they can actually start attacking with that thing. I'm gonna have to, I will have a lot of jump blockers coming up, so it's not really that big of a deal. Well, I do draw a lot of lands here, but question is, am I gonna play the Angler? instead of drawing a card, because I could draw a card too. Huh. They might tap one of the... Yeah, I think I need a jump blocker. It's kind of waste though, because... no, it's not waste. It is important to have these blockers available. I might just go for the 7 damage on the trainer too. That is 11 lands, 12, 13. I have 4 lands here left. Okay. Okay, play with fire. Not exactly super relevant here. Okay, finally. I don't actually want to mill cards. That's a real threat here. Menace guy, trample guy. I like menace. And of course, I'm a fool. Of course this goes to my graveyard, I can cast it. I'm a fool. Okay, so now if I can just, you know, make the trainer go away by sacking this. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it. Think I'm gonna attack with this guy though. No, I have a victory on the next turn though. If I kill them with this thing, I mean, who count Drifter attacks for 1 if it doesn't get tapped though. I have a play with fire which targets a player too, and this would be a total. I mean, I don't know really. I'm kind of just interested in killing this dual craft trainer too. I shouldn't play a land in that case. It wouldn't be my 13th permanent in. I kind of don't want to miss land drops here. Yeah, I don't need to. Yeah, I will see what happens. But I have a 3/4 flyer coming up. When it enters the battlefield, you may shuffle up to 3 target cards from... Okay. From your... Okay, they choose to do that. Okay, I guess I could have done a little different, but that is all fine because I'm winning with the Dynasty Uprising now. This is double striker. This is... So I have a 14 permanents right now. If I lose both of these, I'm at 12. Then I win. I mean, this is now a bit risky. I go to 12 permanents. I will attack with these, which can't be tapped now. They go to 9, 7, dead. Unless this thing is like a... I guess then it's something. I mean, this is... I just hope they don't have like a reach guy, a flying guy, something. Okay. I don't want to show them the play with fire. They get to do this thing, but it doesn't matter if it's not a... Okay, good. So I'm at 12 permanents now. So I'm gonna go to end step. I'm gonna deal 7 to them. Like this. Resolve. Play with fire. Resolve. Done. Okay. Dynasty Uprising. Nice card. Oh man. Imagine if one of the mountains was an island or the evolving wilds. I would have such a nice curve out. But how can I not keep the... I again have an interaction for their cheap stuff. Stensi Uprising coming with any land, even a mountain. I'll keep it, but definitely, yeah. Why just this thingy? Why couldn't it just be in my starting hand so I don't have to? Okay, this is just insane now. Because it would have been a little bit nicer if I... Okay, I mean, if I didn't have to hope for the land, but I did get it and all is fine here now. They could use the circle there, it's fine. I can play the... Definitely immolation on that thing. Because it can kill the Stensi Uprising. And then I will just play the Castaway. Organ Hoarder, yeah. Now everything is fine now that I drew the island here. They are missing land drops. Hey, double Stensi Uprising. How about that? They're gonna block anyway. There's no reason to bluff attack here because they actually want this to die so that they can draw a card to hit their land drops. Okay, well I guess I had to see this too. I don't think I'm gonna sack those things. Getting 2 tokens a turn is pretty good. I mean, of course, I don't even have the option to sacrifice. But this will be dealing about 14 damage total, but I mean, they are 20. It's not enough. Okay, now they have a clock. They can start attacking with... Although they might not want to... I mean, they have only one blocker now. This can't block. Let's first see this. Startle. Interesting. Draws me a card, Astronomer, just, you know, a creature, which is quite good in this. I just want to maybe get the creatures, but it's not an easy decision after all. Both have their merits. And I do get a Decayed Zombie from this thing, which can attack once. But I can play... Okay, I'm gonna just take the creature here. I can play both of them, I was gonna say. So they will block one of these 1/1s, but they will take 3 damage, and I'll still get 2 more tokens here. And yeah, I know I'm gonna go past 13 permanents, but I don't think it's necessary right now. Now, this is possible that the Falcon... I mean, can they... No. I mean, they're gonna have to block my tokens. They do have an attack on... Did I need to startle? I'm starting to actually wonder, because this is a 2-turn clock they are having. And they can play it so that the Stensi Uprising isn't gonna... Because now they're gonna be dead to 14 damage, of course. If I ever get to, you know, below 13 permanents. I just have to attack with everything and hope they block. They can't even block it. Man, I might have had messed up. Jeez. I mean, not that the startle is too amazing here, but it's still quite okay. I mean, I get to draw a card to... Man, I kind of forgot that this is a 5 damage in the air. I would just win the game if I had the means to lose one of these guys. Jeez. I don't even want to play the land, but then again, if I have like a Organ Hoarder, I might want to have the mana available. I just feel like I should have taken the startle now. I didn't realize that it's 5 damage in the air. I was thinking about it's not that fast of a clock they have there. But yes, it is. The land makes it harder for the Stensi Uprisings to trigger. That's what I'm thinking here. I guess I'm not gonna play them. But Startle here. At least I get to do this. I can. Okay, didn't even realize I can do this. This is good. 2 cards. That is really important. Oh man. What? What? At least if the opponent double spells, I get to do that again, but jeez. I guess the startle wouldn't have helped me that much then. I'm dying on the next turn though. Unless I can make this Uprising somehow go off. Oh man. Well, I can still draw answers to these things and all that, but I guess I hope they double spell. They're not gonna double spell though. They don't wanna. They don't even have that much mana. Brula Qatar. Oh, that's good. No, it's no. I was really hoping they would. I lost now. Unless the opponent messes up. That's a different thing. I mean, that's something that can happen, but I lose on the next. Man, the Falconrod Phobia. It's not the first time I'm losing to this 3-power flyer, which seems so innocent. But the opponent only has to do the math here. Just not block too many of my guys. They can't block 3, so that they die. Oh, please let it go now. Yes, please. Oh, come on. Oh man, they realized. Now, yeah, they realized this is how they should do it. Man, I mean, I could only have 2 extra damage here somehow. That's all I needed here. I mean, it was. I did have 4 lands, so a lot of lands there in a row. Especially with the Astronomer when I discarded 2 and found 2 more islands. I'm not sure if the startle would have been. I mean, it wouldn't have worked there. But yeah, I have 1 permanent too many. 1 permanent too many, and this thing doesn't. Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, that was it. And yeah, I needed actually 4 more damage, not 2 more. I don't know if I miscounted somehow in a weird way there, but I guess it was. I mean, what should I have done differently? The only thing I guess I could have done differently with is to take the startle, but it didn't seem to matter. Although it would have been 1 less permanent. Maybe I should have done the math with this little bit better, but that I don't want to actually go beyond 13. I don't really know. Because this added a permanent to my board. Now the Decayed Zombie is also adding a permanent, but it's also a permanent I get rid of by just attacking with it. Yeah, I do feel like I could have maybe played a bit better to optimize, because this is 14 damage, because when these go off, they go at the same time. Because first the first one that resolves, it's if it's the 13th permanent, you sack that, deal 7 damage, and then it doesn't actually work that way, because you have to sacrifice Tensia Uprising. Oh, but you don't sacrifice the human. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. Yeah. So you get the 13th permanent, the human. Then you sacrifice this. Then you are down to 12 permanents because, you lose the Tensia Uprising. Then the other one resolves, you get the human. It's a 13th permanent and this sacrifice. So the 14 damage can be done. So the decision to play the Astronomer gave me a permanent I couldn't get rid of. Whereas the startle would have given me a redraw and then a permanent I can get rid of. So that was probably a mistake, but sometimes it wasn't like an obvious mistake. I don't think it was something I could have thought a bit more. But this was it. I think the deck was nice, and after all, I did lose the first 2 matches in the event. I started 0-2, and then at least I won 4 matches, and I got to play, my Organ Hoarders. I got to play the Stensia Uprisings, and use the Voltaic Visionaries. The good stuff in my deck, I was able to use them. Even the Divers Cup was relevant in the 1 match I won. So I get to use the deck, and I'm happy about this deck. This actually seems pretty nice deck. This is the bomb rare format, so it's not as good as you would maybe imagine, because I have only what 2 rares here that are, this doesn't classify as a bomb rare. So definitely doesn't mean it's the best deck you can have in this format, but it's really nice deck, and also very fun deck. Nice to refill your hand with the organ hoarders. And the Stensia Uprising math is, even though I messed it up maybe in the last match, it's kind of fun to play around with. So that's it. So the next draft video will be Neon Dynasty, and hopefully it will come tomorrow on Friday, because it all depends on whether the patch that is gonna be applied to the server is gonna not it's hopefully it will not break down things, because I have to be able to draft like immediately after the patch, because it will be so late my time, so I can't stay the night up. So if let's say after the patch, if the servers are down for like 3 hours, I won't be able to draft, and therefore Friday won't have a Neon Dynasty video. But if all goes well, there will be a Neon Dynasty draft. I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I guess there's nothing more to say about the double feature draft. It's interesting format after playing the Midnight Hunt and the Crimson Vow as separate draft formats, and then combining the two. They have good synergy, and it's a bit more refreshing to have a larger card pool, but in the end the double rares are really, and given how many bomb rares Crimson Vow has, it's not really one of my favorite formats at all. It's too much bomb rares in that format. So I'm very happy to see how Kamigawa goes. Based on spoilers, it maybe doesn't have that much bomb rares, so hoping that it's more like a common and uncommon format. But we will see. Anyway, bye bye.